Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL championship game!
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the fourth-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Shenango Wildcats are the WPIAL champions!
Ellwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history!
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again! The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss! A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn. Vegas and Maples keeping himself, coming near side. Can they hit him? No! He got in! He's down! Will he get it? Win the state championship!
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt. The Laurel Spartans three-peat.
And the Shannock is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. Laurel in their section opener. Ellwood City, one section game already at 1-0 in section play as we get ready to kick off, or actually kind of wrap up, the 2021 calendar year here on Lawrence County SportsNet. James Dotson alongside with Tim Continenza. Tim already had a little bit of fun on the bocce court earlier today, and we'll have some more fun on the hardwood now tonight.
It was a lot of fun this afternoon watching the Unified Bocce clubs get on the basketball court, actually on the bocce court in a sense, and play. It was a great experience had by all, no doubt about it. Look forward to seeing that in the future. But tonight, we got a great matchup between these two schools. And Laurel coming at 1-2, Ellwood City coming at 1-3, as you mentioned, 1-0 in the section already. This is important, you know. You want to get off to a great start as you get into this holiday break.
This is our Luxembourg Garbett Kelly and George pregame show. Remember, your insurance company is not always on your side, but the law offices of Luxembourg Garbett Kelly and George are. Visit them online at lgkg.com for a free consultation. Luxembourg Garbett Kelly and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. Yes, an important game, Tim, as you mentioned, going into the holiday break. Laurel with their first section game. They had the quote-unquote bye week, 7 teams here in Section 1 of Class 3A, so every section night there's one team that will be left out in the dark. They had that one already. Ellwood City, a huge win against the defending WPIAL champion. Coming into this county matchup again tonight.
A gritty performance by Ellwood City, getting that overtime win. They needed it. I mean, I think that's a confidence builder going into conference play. You know, when you get into this section, you want to do so well, and you have to travel, you have to, play, you got to hold your own court. There's so much going involved in it. I think anytime you can, come away with an important win to start the season, a gritty win in a sense, making that comeback and winning by 2 in overtime, that got to give you great confidence going forward into section play.
And that is the first win of the year for Ellwood City, but you look at the teams that they played in their tip-off tournament. Blackhawk and Montour, two teams up in classification who have been
recognizing it.
fresh coach, but not. Noble was out there, and I mean that tells you enough, I think, right there. Just in terms of what the city program has been, they had some successful years for the 5 years that Coach Krupa was there. But in the meantime, it's been 4 coaches in the last 5 years, just looking for a little stability. And again, it's a new coach, but not a new coach, so stability kind of coming back, and a lot of young players back on this team as well that almost pulled off a monumental upset in the first round of the WPIAL playoffs a year ago. It was a buzzer beater by South Park. Otherwise, Ellwood City would have had a win just a year ago in the postseason.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the button there with the stability type scenario. This is a good transition from one coach to another. It is something that, obviously has a lot of spirit behind it and has a lot of intrigue because of the connection that both them have had to the school. So I love that scenario, and I think that is something that they'll bring to the program. And it's just one game at a time. I mean, obviously, this is the big start for this program.
And flip the script on the other side for the Laurel Spartans. You want to talk about consistency? Well, a bunch of juniors, 4 juniors and a senior in the starting lineup tonight for Coach Matt Stebbins and the Laurel Spartans. Stebbins is now his 6th year at Laurel. He had 3 years formerly at Montauk, but I want to talk about stability. Those 4 juniors, all 4 played as freshmen at the Peterson Event Center in the WPIAL Championship 2 years ago. Last year making it to the semifinals before falling to North Catholic. A 3rd year with your core crux of girls back on this team. They know what to expect. The team as a whole knows what's going to be happening because they've played with each other on this varsity level now for this 3rd year.
Yeah, and expectations are high because of that, and they know exactly what to do, but they're comfortable with each other. I mean, the coaching staff knows the players know the coaching staff. They know what they want to do, what they can achieve. It's a matter of just playing within themselves, doing what they do best, and fulfilling their opportunities when they come about.
And take a look at how difficult this section is, the Class 3A Section 1. North Catholic, who has won, well, we joked before, 75 WPIAL championships. Not quite that many, but it's in the upper 20s. They lost in the championship last year to Mohawk, newcomers to this section here in Class 3A. But then you have Laurel, that's been to at least the WPIAL semis in the last 2 seasons. A Riverside team, they've fallen on hard times, but they've always been a perennial power. You have some really good teams in Ellwood City trying to crack their way into that top 3 or 4 consistently here with a lot of young talent coming through. This is just a brutal section. Game in, game out, week in, week out. You have to bring your A game no matter who it is that you're facing.
Yeah, competition breeds that type of a scenario where each game matters so much, and every opportunity you have both on your home court and away matters so much when you get into sections. So they get it. You know it's going to be a rough ride, but you also expect it to be. And quite honest with you, you're going to see teams just continue to get better. Even those who may get off to a tough start, they know deep down that they're going to have that opportunity to right the ship and get going.
Right the ship is what Ellwood City trying to do. Again, haven't had a playoff victory in over 20 years, but they've also not had a victory over Laurel in the last 6 years. Back in 2015, the last time Ellwood City won, that was back when they were non-section opponents. Laurel has won the last 6 matchups between the Wolverines and the Spartans. No, we're not going up to that state up north, as Tim would call it, our Ohio buddy, but it is Spartans and Wolverines here tonight at Laurel High School, and we should have a lot of fun here. This will be the last broadcast that we have on the Lawrence County SportsNet before the holiday break, so happy early holidays to you and yours out there watching at home, live, or archived, whether it be at lcsportsnet.com, whether you're watching on YouTube or on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, or Facebook Live as well. Plenty of ways to find us, and we're glad that you're joining us for this game tonight. Tim, when you're looking at this, a team that is playing well, Ellwood City, again, a couple of good games against Neshannock in a loss, Mohawk in a come-from-behind win. Laurel starting at 1-2, again, some tough opponents, Homer Center, West Middlesex, the losses, Burrell in the tip-off tournament, a close victory. What is it that you're looking for in these opening minutes that's going to be key to the success for either one of these teams tonight?
I'm really looking for the kind of the inside-out game to be established. Those who can get inside the arc, inside the paint, and either get the feed them inside where they're facing the basket and getting easy twos, or when they're inside the paint, that someone breaks open outside, either inside the arc or outside the arc, and takes the shot. I think that's going to be really key. Watching that passing around the perimeter, but more importantly, when they're inside the arc and inside the paint, can they face up to the basket, make some shots, and get some easy lanes to the hoop? Or if not, can they find the open shot outside and be successful with it?
This is our Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George pregame show, a law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers, keeping promises for over 80 years. Let their team of attorneys guide you through the legal process. Visit them online at lgkg.com. We mentioned Coach Matt Stebbins. How about this? He was hired at 27 years old at Laurel, and that was after 3 years as a coach up at Montauk University. Montauk High School. Excuse me there. A little too much Penn State shenango from last night against Lord's University, but he has a very local pedigree. Went to Slippery Rock University and actually assisted Coach Mike O'Lear, the legendary Mohawk coach who just flipped over to the boys' side from the girls. While Stebbins was in college, he worked for Coach O'Lear. So a great pedigree for him, and we mentioned Coach Noble on the other side. And looking at some of the players on the court, again, young lineups on both sides. The players that I'm going to look for, though, are the senior leaderships. Lucia Lombardo, the lone senior starter for Laurel, a three-point specialist to say the least, but also can get you on the dribble drive. And watch Emily Sedgwick. Those numbers really impressive, averaging a double-double through these first 4 games, Tim. How can Laurel contain that? It might be the big key. Offensive rebounds could become an issue.
Yeah, turnovers, offensive rebounds are going to be huge. If you get second and third shots at the basket, it really puts a lot of pressure on a defense and a return offense to match that.
Ellwood City, Laurel. In the section opener for Laurel, second game in the section for Ellwood City. Tip-off will be coming in just a couple minutes, but we're going to take a quick 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups and tip-off. It's high school girls basketball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
WPIAL girls basketball, Laurel at 1-2, Ellwood City at 1-3. As we get ready for tonight's game, thanks again to our friends at Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George, proud sponsors of our pregame show. Starting lineups being announced here as we go along. Tim, we'll start with Ellwood City, their starters. Junior Aaliyah Garraway, sophomore Claire Noble, senior Grace Balin, senior Emily Sedgwick, and senior Kyla Cervic. 3 seniors, a junior and a sophomore. Garraway, Noble, Balin, Sedgwick, and Cervic, the 5 for Ellwood City. 3 seniors in that lineup, but it sounds like experience compared to just 1 senior on the Laurel side, but again, a lot of 3-year starters who are only juniors for this Laurel squad.
Yeah, experience can be tricky. You look at usually your seniors for leadership, but when you talk about what Laurel has done in this junior class, it's phenomenal.
Being announced, the 4 juniors, 5'9" junior Reagan Atkins, 5'4" junior Daniel Pontius, 5'6" junior Josie Fortuna, 5'6" junior Jonna Hill, and the 5'3" senior Lucia Lombardo. Atkins, Pontius, Fortuna, Hill, and Lombardo, the 5 starters for the Laurel Spartans, who won the JV game here earlier tonight by a score of 28-15 over Ellwood City. We get ready to tip this one off. Glad you can join us live or archive. LCSportsNet.com. Laurel, as you can see in the home whites with the green Laurel across the chest and the green numerals. I think whatever team can come out and establish the pace here too is going to be really crucial. And again, Ellwood City has seen a couple of pretty stressful presses in their first couple of games as well. So they definitely have a little bit of momentum coming on their side. Yeah, and like you mentioned there, I think turnovers early can establish a team early in the ball game. So the team that can establish either the turnovers or just play quality defense and not allow that to happen, it will be the best scenario for them. It's going to be Atkins against Noble, the 2 powerful jumpers on the volleyball court that we saw throughout the WPIAL playoffs. They'll be trying to start it off on the hardwood here tonight. Your officials, Rion Naismith, Sarah McGann, and Chet Herb. Tip controlled by Atkins and Laurel. Pontius will bring it across the timeline to start possession for the Laurel Spartans. To Hill, goes to drives baseline, and they're going to get a reach-in foul called on Grace Balin. First foul in the opening 11 seconds. Yeah, she just came right down the baseline with it, and she just reached in. On the inbounds pass, Lucia, extra pass over to Atkins. Atkins back to the corner. Pontius, baseline drive, little floater with the left hand, off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, put back attempt. Fortuna got hit in the face, didn't get the call, and then there's going to be a push in the back against Pontius on the rebound. There's that second opportunity getting that offensive rebound. We're going to have to pay attention to that early in this first quarter. So Ellwood will bring the ball across for their first offensive possession. Kyla Cervic, the senior, averaging just shy of 9 points per contest. Going to look to start the weave. Tight defense by Fortuna, unable to get the pass off to Noble. Almost a 5-second call, and actually she shuffled the feet before passing it down low. Turnover, possession back to the Spartans, and it looks like Ellwood might try to put on a little full court pressure.
Never hurts to show it early just to see how a team reacts and see if you can get an early turnover.
Atkins, tough time getting across the timeline. Pontius finally does at about 8 seconds before doing so. Hill left open, she'll chuck it up, no good. Backside rebound fighting for it, and it was last touched by Sedgwick, so possession stays with Laurel.
Yeah, open 3 there for her, just a little too strong.
Daniel Pontius will be the first to trigger. She'll get the handoff back. 1 minute into tonight's game. Still looking for our first score. A nice crowd on hand here tonight. As Atkins takes one from the left wing, off the mark, no good, and Sedgwick averages 12 rebounds per game, gets her first tonight.
That's going to be key, limiting Laurel to just to 1 shot.
Couple offensive rebounds already, though, for the Spartans. Still zeros on the scoreboard. Nice crossover from Cervic. Gets into the lane. Left-handed shot off the window. No good. Atkins rebound looking to run. Atkins going to go over the top. Deflected. Hill able to track it down. Puts it up with the left hand. No good. Knocked out of bounds. And it was last touched by Ellwood.
Yeah, just right off the arm going out of bounds.
So rebounds at 4-1 right now in favor of the Spartans. Ellwood's going to back into a 2-3 zone on the inbound. Lombardo left open in the corner. Off the mark. No good. Missed everything. Interesting here, you look at 3 lefties shooting the basketball from outside for the Spartans, and Lombardo, Hill, and Pontius.
Yeah, you don't see a left-handed basketball court too often.
Nevertheless, 3 on the same team. 3 ball the other way, and the first one goes down. Aaliyah Garraway, first points on the board.
She was left open on the right wing. She took time and just jumped right into it.
Lombardo tried to pass underneath, but was fouled before she could do so. Sedgwick, I think, is going to get called for the personal. She is. Her first, team second. Brings our first substitute, another senior off the bench, Sage Chambers. And again, that's a luxury Laurel has not had so far this year with seniors off the bench. Josie Fortuna gets the inbound, drives, kicks it out to Atkins, thought about a deep 3, instead is going to bring it back out, and we'll get the call from Coach Stebbins on the bench. 2-3 defense for Ellwood. Ball movement over the top, Atkins, extra pass to Lucia, pump fake, gets in the arc, 15-footer, rattles home.
Perfect move there, Lucia. She just moved to her left, got herself some space, and put it in.
Good job by Lucia Lombardo. Passed up the 3, got the easier shot, and gets Laurel on the board for the first time tonight. Garraway on the right wing, looking to drive. Well defensed by Hill. Good cut to find Chambers. She kills the dribble, is going to try to pass it back out, gets it out to Garraway. Garraway, mainstead on the softball team, had a successful 2021 campaign. Suffocating defense here for Laurel. Good ball movement from the Ellwood offense. They go right wing, Noble. She's averaging 12 per game, leading scorer on this Ellwood team.
Tight defense here by the Spartans.
Chambers gets into the lane, stops, pops, double teamed, and a turnover forced as it was knocked away by Fortuna. Atkins coming the other way. Nice Euro step, partially blocked on the way in though. No good, and here comes the Wolverines. Atkins nearly knocked away from behind, and it'll be effective as Fortuna gets her second steal, and then Cervic, will get that foul.
Yeah, getting a little sloppy underneath by the line there, but with the turnover, the Laurel Spartans got the ball with Fortuna, and she just got fouled immediately.
Pontius will bring it across the timeline. Slow start, sloppy start, as you said here, Tim.
Yeah, I think it's just a kind of a filling out period. They're just trying to see what each team does defensively and try to react to it.
Lombardo open again, and she made a 2-pointer, second 3-pointer off the mark. Hill's going to try to go up and under, and she got hacked.
Yeah, Hill made a nice play. She's seen that ball going, traveling over the hoop. She put herself in great position, get that rebound, and then went underneath the hoop and picked up the foul. She went in for the hoop.
So it's going to be 2 free throws coming for Hill, and both these coaches trying to use this as a extra timeout, really. Mini conferences going at each bench.
Yeah, you always have opportunities to coach within the game, and you got to take advantage of that, especially when you have a new coach. You want to talk to your players. You want them to know what you want them to do. You want that communication level open the entire time.
And then Laurel's going to have all their Defenders back at half court, setting up maybe some sort of defense, but no good on both free throws for Hill.
See if they run something high-low here.
Almost over and back. Tiptoeing that line was Garraway, able to get the pass off to Sturgeon, who just checked in. Curl cut to Balin. Tries a drop step. Nice move across the lane and in.
Nice move. Just took it to the right side, used the hoop, used the basket as a defender, and went right in through for the points.
Makes it a 5-3 score line. Pass over the top for Hill down low. Tries to get position, and she's fouled again.
She gets good position underneath. She really does. She gets herself where it's just her in the basket, and she gets fouled from behind, preventing the shot from going in. But she's gotten underneath in the paint really nice here early going.
Foul went on Grace Balin. I have that as her second. They have it on the board as only her first, so we'll get that confirmed. No urgency to get her to the bench. This time Hill makes on the first free throw, but you can see the officials as we're going to have a Pontius insurance timeout called by Ellwood City. You see the officials saying on that foul, didn't stay straight up, Tim, brought the arms down, and that's going to lead to the foul every time.
I could be mistaken, but I think they got too early on Sedgwick.
2 on Sedgwick, so one was on Sedgwick rather than Balin.
I believe so.
So this is our Pontius insurance timeout. Teams heading to the sideline, discuss their needs with Coach Stebbins and Coach Noble on the other side. Well, guess what? That's what you get when you go to Pontius Insurance. They put the attention to the things you own. You can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online at pontiusinsurance.com and love the life you live worry-free. 5-3, Ellwood City leading here in the early going. Another free throw coming up for Jonna Hill coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, we'll see how she handles this coming, with the break in between the shots.
Five team fouls already against Ellwood, just one for Laurel. Hill makes them both. A little pressure from Fortuna. Now they'll back off as Grace Balin will bring it across the timeline. Delaney Sturgeon looks for a cutter. Gets it down to Chambers. Chambers, another tough shot in the lane, no good. Offensive rebound on the backside by Garraway. She puts it back up. Tough defense from Hill, no good there. Fortuna rebounds. Laurel looking to take their first lead on this possession. Pontius left open. Nice drive right down the hole and in.
Yeah, she just seen it right away when she got that pass. It was the first step going right to the hoop.
Didn't think shoot, thought drive first, and gives Laurel their first lead of the night. 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Claire Noble looking for her first points of the night. Leading scorer, averaging 12 per game on the year, and she's going to try to get her first tonight from the free throw line.
Yeah, nice drive down the right side. Right against Fortuna, and just made a nice play on it. Taking it right to the hole, getting the foul.
Tell you what, you have two of the most animated coaches you're going to see here all year as well, in Dana Noble and Matt Stebbins. Coaching from the sideline, demonstrating from the sideline a lot of times too.
Yeah, I will say it's always, sometimes coaches like to express themselves. Let's put it that way.
All in a good nature, and on the rebound tapped around, Chambers, the offensive bound, now she'll get 2 free throws.
That's huge, getting that offensive bound on a free throw, and then going up strong, picking up the foul, and getting back to the line here, giving Ellwood City another opportunity here.
And that's the second foul against Fortuna, both coming in just the last 2 seconds. Chambers' first free throw finds its way down. So Fortuna checks out of the game. Kendra Ruperto will check in her place. First time we've seen the 5'7" sophomore in the lineup. Second free throw short, no good. Hill rebounds. Pontius, again, looking to run the show. Right down the lane. Nice pass across.
Perfect cutter. She see it the entire way. Pontius finds Roberto out there and just puts it right in.
First points, and get yourself involved right away. A great assist from Pontius. Tough shot in the lane with contact. No good as Noble was a little out of control. Lucia Lombardo gets the rebound. Here comes Atkins. She hesitates. She wants to drive to the lane. No good. Another offensive rebound. Hill, no good as she was partially blocked. Balin coming the other way, looking for a cutter. Chambers, turnaround jumper off the mark. Atkins rebounds. One and done goes Ellwood City. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Chambers ran the floor real well there. Even though it didn't pay off at the end, it was really a nice give and go. Her getting that rebound and then outletting it and then getting the ball down into the paint here for Ellwood City on that last possession.
Foul went against Claire Noble, and it's pretty obvious here, Tim. Laurel wants to drive, spread the floor, and make Ellwood defense.
Exactly. That's that inside-out game. They want to get to the hoop and see if you could collapse on them. And they'll basically draw some either fouls or they can push it outside and let some of their shooters do the work.
And they're going to say that was in the act of shooting. And I like that call because even though it was definitely a pass from Atkins, she was going up with the intent to shoot before she got hit.
Yeah, it's just, like you said, in a shooter's motion, just because you're in that motion doesn't mean you're always going to take the shot, but you have to call it as that.
Able to rattle home the second, so she splits the pair. Her first points of the night, full court pressure, and immediately a steal. Raputo got the steal. Atkins, again, dribble drive into the lane, hefty contact, and she'll be rewarded with 2 more free throws. Get in the lane, get to the line, good things are going to happen.
That's exactly it. You got to make that drive on that dribble drive to the hoop because you get the defense to collapse on you, and you're going to get opportunities at the line. And so far, Laurel's really taken advantage of that opportunity. Now they just have to cash in a little bit more at the line.
Now Laurel already into the bonus. Your bonus free throw is brought to you by the Red Zone. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online, redzonesports.com. Find them on Facebook and score big at the Red Zone. Atkins makes them both. And again, a little full court pressure, 2-2-1 trap. Nice pass to find the middle. Sturgeon gets it ahead to Garraway into the lane, no good. Rebound there made by Ruperto. Laurel around the perimeter, leading by 4. Drive into the lane again. Left-handed shot up and in for Hill.
Yeah, Hill's seen that open up for her, and she just took it right to the left side. A nice drive to the hole.
Sturgeon, and we have a whistle near midcourt, and I think they're going to get a reach in from behind against Pontius. That's her second.
Trying to get those active hands, trying to cut off passing lanes.
They're
a little too anxious there.
And that'll bring in the freshman Tori Atkins for the first time tonight. Ellwood City will inbound into the backcourt, trailing by 6. Just over a minute left in this first period. Balin looks to drive. Good suffocating defense by Tori Atkins. Almost gets the turnover. Hand off to Garraway, and she travels.
Yeah, it caused the turnover there. Just the double team there and then getting in and quick, tight defense caused that turnover on the travel call.
5 turnovers for Ellwood, 0 for Laurel, unofficial numbers. Section opener for the Spartans. Lombardo will go skip pass to Ruperto. High post to Hill. Good turn and face, drives into the lane with contact, no good. She was held on the way up.
Yeah, Hill has a nice quick first move to her left side, not a surprise, and goes right to the hole, picking up that foul again, and Ellwood City's having difficult cutting off the lane in the paint.
Jonna Hill leading all scorers with 4 points, and she's going to take free throw shot number 5 and 6 of this opening quarter. Off the mark, no good on the first one. Free throws aplenty, but right now, only 5 of 9 from the charity stripe is Laurel. Splits the pair. She's got 5. Laurel now doubling up.
Nice defense again there by Hill.
Almost as turnover. Ellwood able to corral it. Chambers kills it in the backcourt. Now they're going to have trouble getting their 10 seconds. I think we're going to have a whistle.
I think we got a timeout call.
Yep, timeout was called from the bench by Coach Noble. Another Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you visit them online, PontiusInsurance.com. Special thanks to Dan Pontius and everyone there at Pontius Insurance for all they do for us, supporting high school sports, and all of our sponsors at the lcsportsnet.com. Take a look at some of the other games going around the WPIAL across Lawrence County. Other girls' games tonight, Newcastle hosting Stowe Rocks, Freedom hosting Hopewell, and a good one on the boys' side we'll try to get you score updates of. Union hosting Shenango. How about the Union Ellwood City game last night? I know Wolverine fans probably don't want to hear much about that one right now, Tim. The putback, was it out of the hand in time? Well, you can be the judge of that one. All we know is that was an incredible atmosphere and an incredible game to start the season between the Scotties and the Wolverines.
Oh, no question about it. But that's the way it was called, so yeah, it was good. I'm going to take the easy way out.
Well said. Leah Garraway gets the ball over to Balin. Balin will clear out and cross the timeline. Half a minute remaining in this opening quarter. Currently an 8-0 Spartan run over the last 2 minutes.
Really important opportunity here.
Long two on the way, no good on the shot there. Hill gets her 4th rebound of the opening frame.
And Laura can take full advantage of getting the ball back here in the final seconds.
Atkins gets into the lane with contact. I think they're going to call this one on the floor. It'll still be free throws as Laurel big time in the bonus. 9 fouls in the opening quarter.
Yeah, they've taken total advantage of driving into the lane, picking up a lot of fouls from Ellwood City as they collapse on the defense side. And really going to be an important part of this game going forward.
Well, if there's any good news for Ellwood City is that they have spread their fouls out about as much as possible. Only Sedgwick with that pair. Second one on the way. Off the mark, no good. Atkins the only Spartan in the lane, and she almost got her own rebound. 1 second left. Will they get a shot off? They will, but it's off the mark, no good. A 9-0 run to end the quarter. Spartans lead 15-7 at the end of one. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment. WPIAL Girls Basketball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Pontius Insurance be your coach. At Pontius Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Pontius Insurance online at PontiusInsurance.com.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Taking full advantage of the last about 4 minutes of that.
Ellwood City will have first possession. Haven't had a field goal in 3.5 minutes now. Kyla Cervic looks to start the weave, fakes the handoff to Garraway. Nice pump fake, gets the defender in the air, kicks it back out to Garraway. She'll try another one from downtown, off the mark, no good. Long rebound all the way out to midcourt and tracked down there by Cervic. Nice pass feed down low, but Sedgwick off the mark on the shot. Rebound there, Fortuna. Laurel content to slow it down. New look defensively for Ellwood City. 3-2 zone now. Into the corner. Atkins open for three. Short, no good. Rebound, Balin.
swap back.
To the basket, really got herself a good look, picked up the foul, and we'll go to the line here, trying to get some Ellwood City back on the scoreboard to end this 9-0 run that is into the second quarter here for Laurel.
With Sedgwick getting those 2 early fouls, you wondered how as well.
Now, Laurel, you just got to run one of your favorite plays here. You just got to set it up and try to get inside again. You're going to face this defense, so just work the perimeters and try to find some holes.
Trying to find a dribble drive. Good ball fake as well. What you're looking for. Pontius gets into the lane nonetheless, off the window and good.
There it is. I mean, she found it perfectly. Pontius went to her left, got into the arc, and just laid it up for about 10 feet.
But that play all begins with a pump fake 3 or 4 passes before that just to get it some extra movement on the defense, Tim.
Exactly.
Cervic trying to drive, dribbled it off a foot, stayed in bounds. Balin able to now drive, float one up, no good, out of bounds, last touched by Sedgwick. Possession will go over to the Spartans.
I would say you got to feel like they just can't buy a basket right now. They're getting some looks at the basket, it's just nothing's falling through for them.
They haven't had a field goal in over 6 minutes now. A couple of free throws back at the 2:40 mark. The last time Ellwood City put points on the board. Lucia Lombardo, dangerous pass. Pontius able to track it down. Over to the right wing, to the high post. Fortuna into the lane. Nifty shot, off the window and good.
Made a nice adjustment into the lane to square herself up to put those 2 points off the board.
Run now to 13 points for Laurel, their largest lead of the night at 12. Screen and roll, non-spice, bounce pass down low, but Lucia Lombardo got a piece of it, and it's going to be a turnover, but then turnover right back as Jonna Hill carried the ball.
Yeah, you get excited about moving, and you just kind of turn the ball over, taking a couple big steps as you get a high dribble.
Check on Claire Noble as she took a tumble during the course of that play. She seems all right. Only 1 point on the board so far for the leading scorer for the Wolverines.
Now, if you're at Ellwood City, you want to set up something here that you feel comfortable running, that you're going to get a good look at. You just got to get something positive on this possession.
And run your best set. They've actually run the ball with their motion pretty well. Here's the first open look downtown for Noble, in and out, no good, and that's about how it's gone.
Yeah, they just can't buy it. They've gotten some good looks. It's just the ball's not falling in for him so far tonight.
Pontius, high post to Fortuna, tries to go across, gets it to Atkins. She'll take one and drain it. Her first field goal, she's now got a game-high 7 points.
Yeah, she had a perfect look. She just stepped right into it, and you knew when she released it, it was going to go in.
Ellwood can't buy a basket. Laurel extending their lead. 16 straight points put on the board by Laurel. Nice block there by Lombardo. Now a late whistle.
Yeah, they're going to say she got the arm on the way down. She didn't get ball first, but made contact with the arm on the way down.
Now, Ellwood City now in the bonus the rest of the way. Your bonus free throws brought to you by the Red Zone. Make sure you stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock. All of your sporting apparel needs and plenty of holiday apparel and attire for you. Last-minute gift ideas? Well, pick your school in the county. They have something for it, and maybe some Grinch outfits available for you as well.
There may be a little frustration going on with Ellwood City. You can see them just grinching at each opportunity, and it's just bouncing it away on them on the rim here tonight.
Second free throw off the mark as well. When it rains, it pours.
It's a tough run right here for Ellwood City.
But now if you just got to be thinking what you can control right now, which is
Good
defense,
hands,
and they do it. They get a turnover. I believe it was Grace Balin who got her hands on that pass. Midway through the quarter, Balin tries to spin her way in, kicks it back out to Sedgwick. Sedgwick looks on the curl to Noble. Noble backs her way in. Nifty spin move off the mark, no good. Ruperto rebound, quickly up to Pontius. Around the perimeter, Lombardo. Shane Atkins play catch. High post again. Fortuna really controlling things there from the high post. Pontius to the line. Kicks it to the corner for Lombardo. Off the mark, no good. Off the top of the backboard. Still fighting for it. Ball on the floor. It's going to be tracked down by Fortuna momentarily and then knocked away and corralled by Garraway.
Again, let's see. I mean, Ellwood City's run where I think they've gotten some looks. They just need some luck here to get the ball to go in and break this run here for Laurel.
Smart defense from Laurel. They got 3 players out there with 2 fouls, keeping the hands way off, and now ball on the court, and somehow keeping the ball off and not getting the travel call either was Ruperto.
Hill made a nice play on that ball, never gave up on it defensively and came up with the steal.
No good on the shot the other way from Pontius. Down under 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
See if they could just maybe get a drive into the lane and maybe pick up a foul, maybe even get a 3-point play opportunity. There it is.
Nice backdoor cut and an and one. Servik gets the basket. But how about that pass?
Well,
how about threading the needle?
Exactly. It was perfect. It just led her right to the basket. The defense had nothing they could do other than foul her, and she finished the shot, and now she has the opportunity for the 3-point play.
And that's Lombardo's second foul. So Lombardo, Atkins, Pontius, and Fortuna all with 2 fouls for Laurel. Atkins and Fortuna both just took a trip to the bench.
There it is, 3-point play.
So it was about 9.5 minutes without a field goal. Big points there for Ellwood City, still down by 12. Lombardo threw it to nobody. Pontius wasn't looking for it. She was ready to go down the field, and that's an easy steal and 2 for Garraway. Timeout, Laurel.
That's exactly what Ellwood City needed. They needed a little momentum to go their way. They picked up the foul and the 3-point opportunity. They converted. They get the steal, and Garraway puts it right into the hoop, not missing it, getting those 2 points.
And a Pontius insurance timeout here with 2:19 remaining in the first half. Coming up at the half, we'll give you our first half scoring recap. While we have a moment to remind you that pictures of tonight's game will be available on our website thanks to Something for Your Wall Photography. Nothing is better than that perfect captured moment, whether it's the slide in the home plate, crossing the goal line, that perfect dig, the amazing half-court shot, the excitement, elation, frustration, concentration. Heather Walls are giving you something for your wall. Check out select images from tonight's game at lcsportsnet.com and on Twitter and Facebook on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Coming back out for the Spartans, you'll have Atkins, Lombardo, Fortuna, Hill, and Pontius. Ellwood City's going to counter with some pressure. Garraway and Servik up top, but splitting it right down the middle to Hill, down low, up and in.
Yeah, perfect run there by Hill. She just seen the lane and just waited for the ball and just took it right in.
Well designed to attack that press right through the middle. Best place to attack a press. Garraway tries to drive in, loses her footing, and she will travel with the basketball.
It's just unfortunate there, like you said, lost her footing and lost control of the ball and traveled and turns it over here to the Spartans.
Pontius and Atkins in the backcourt. They'll get it quickly up the court to Fortuna. Hill will now wait for help. Backs it back out and looks to set up the offense. And you look at this team, you have 5 point guards that can be out there at any time.
Laurel's so much fun to watch because they can do so many different things, and everyone knows each other so well, and they follow where the ball will take them.
Fortuna, though, may have forced that one, and Balin gets the rebound, almost a steal in the backcourt. Nifty dribbling by Servik to avoid a defender and a teammate. She'll slow it up and give it up to Balin. But you're right, 5 players that can all play all 5 positions, it feels like. Pass
Look at
there
that.
for Hill. A lot of contact. And
Yeah, no foul.
no foul, no travel, no nothing. Now pass down low. Tough turnaround shot from Chambers off the mark.
That's the old story, no blood, no foul.
Sounds about right. Ponch is left alone. She'll try to knock one down. Man, in and out is right. Fortuna, strong offensive rebound.
Huge bound by Fortuna.
Less than a minute to play. We'll see if Laurel waits for the last shot. Nope, Lombardo's left open. She'll take the three, and she's fouled on the on the attempt. She was pushed into the front row.
Yeah, Chambers just went right at her because she was left wide open in the corner, and she had all the momentum going into her. The shot was even close to going in, but she got her in the process of releasing that shot, and that's unfortunate here for Ellwood City, but great opportunity here for the Spartans to get 3 at the line.
Splits her first 2 attempts, one more still to come. Here under a minute to play in this first half. Two out of 3. Lead up to 14 for Laurel. Here comes Ellwood across the timeline with Cervic. Cervic goes away from the screen of Sedgwick. Tough shot, spinorama in the lane, no good. Hill rebounds. She'll slow it up. And I think Laurel will wait for the last shot with just 20 seconds remaining. Cross-court pass, deflected, able to track it down though as Hill splits a pair of defenders. Strong cross-court pass, extra one around the Pontius. She'll pull it back out.
The vision for all these 5 players for Laurel is just so good. They find the open player every time.
Drive in, and Pontius loses it on the way through, and they will call the travel. Could have called a travel, could have called a jump ball, and smart play by Pontius, knowing she had to throw it up, but did it a little too late. Eldor inbound, last second heave, it won't get off in time. That's your halftime score. Laurel 26, Ellwood City 12, and 11-5 scoreline in that second quarter for the Spartans. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back, break down this first half, give you your facts and figures, and get you ready for half number 2 when we return. WPIAL Girls Basketball right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Back here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, we're going to turn it over to the cheerleaders. These are the 3rd and 4th grade cheerleaders. Demonstrations all around for the Laurel cheerleaders here at lcsportsnet.com. Your halftime score here, 26-12 in favor of Laurel. One point it was a 16-0 run for the Laurel Spartans there, Tim. And we'll get you the full scoring recap here in a moment. We're going to bring out the next group of Laurel Spartan cheerleaders here on the court. Now they're going to bring everybody out. This is a fun little moment here. The varsity cheerleaders who work with the youth cheerleaders, getting them ready for when they get up to the junior high and varsity levels, and when they could end up competing for their own WPIAL championships. As Laurel, the smallest school that has competed in the WPIAL Competitive Spirit Championships since their inauguration nearly 10 years ago. A couple of gold medals for Coach Ordeski and company with the Laurel Spartans. Our friends at the Trib Live High School Sports Network will be carrying those Competitive Spirit Championships January 8th. Laurel and the Shannock will be a part of that one. And now a little holiday dance coming from the Laurel Spartan youth cheerleaders. That's not the marching bands, Tim, but we get a little more halftime entertainment here as we get into basketball season. Fun little change up there, and again, just real cool to get the youth cheerleaders involved, and it's the high school cheerleaders who are running most of these camps and getting ready, getting these young girls ready for when it's their turn to be out here on the big court.
It's just fantastic to watch them all. Just enjoy, especially the little ones that just have so much personality being shown as they try to learn the different routines and the claps and the cheers and the jumps. It's just fun to watch. Truly, it's great.
And again, you can watch the Laurel varsity cheerleaders in the Competitive Spirit Championships for the WPIAL coming up on January 8th. Actually, I just got the schedule this morning, so if you bear with me for a half a second, I can tell you exactly when even they're going to be competing. They're part of the Class 2A large varsity competition, and they are set to be the last 2A school to go at about 10:26 a.m. on January the 8th. So go ahead and set your alarms right now. If you're not going to make the trip down to Hempfield, make sure you tune in with our friends at tribhssn.triblive.com. But here, Tim, at the halftime break, a 26-12 advantage for Laurel, leading the way 7 points apiece for Reagan Atkins and Jonna Hill, 4 each for Daniel Pontius and Lucia Lombardo, 2 each for Josie Fortuna and Kendra Raperto. On the other side for Ellwood, 5 for Leah Garraway, 3 for Sage Chambers, and 2 for Kyla Cervic, 1 for Claire Noble.
Yeah, I mean, obviously starting the third quarter for Ellwood City, you got to just run your sets, hopefully get some really good shots off that would actually fall into the basket in the second half, and then get back on defense. I really think that 3-2 defense gave them the best opportunity to force Laurel outside shooting and see if they can get the quick rebound and get back into offense. Now you look at Laurel, you just want to continue to do what you're doing. I mean, you're getting the bounds, you're getting to the line, you're finding open players in the corners. You just want to continue to do what you've been doing here in the first half, which has been some of the top level we've seen early in the season.
And now it'll be Laurel with first possession to start quarter number 3, and Ellwood comes back out in that 3-2 zone defense. Foul trouble, Sedgwick getting out of there with only 2, same with Chambers. On the other end, Lombardo, Atkins, Pontius, Fortuna, each with a pair of fouls in the first half. Pontius with possession, going to direct some traffic.
Ellwood in that 3-2 defense.
Around the perimeter with possession now. Atkins, crossover, gets into the lane, shot off the window, can't get it to go. Fighting for it, Hill's going to get an offensive rebound. She now leads everybody with 6 total boards, 3 on the offensive glass.
Yeah, second shots are going to be really important here for Laurel.
Nifty pass down low to find Hill over the top. Good find from from Pontius, and she's made a couple of great looks on passes here in this game.
Yeah, they're going to get Noble on this one too. Yeah, but I tell you what, Hill's so impressive down low, and when she gets position and when they find her, she's going to have great opportunities to get to the line and score like this.
First one up and in for Hill. 7th and 8th free throw attempted in the game. She splits the pair though. But it does feel like Laurel's able to get into the lane really at ease, even against a tough zone to beat. Dribble driving against a 3-2, and they're still getting there pretty easily.
Yeah, their first step on their dribble is just so impressive.
Going into the lane the other way was Garraway, but rejected by Fortuna. She quickly outlets. Good one-handed snag on the interception for Cervic.
Fortuna's defense has just been really top-notch. She's been getting her hands on the ball on a lot of different shots. She's covering the floor really well.
And stopped a couple of possible outside looks there from Balin. Forced a wild shot, and Hill now 7 bounds, yes. Like, that's something right there that won't go into the stat sheet, but that's incredible defense from Fortuna to force a crazy pass and shot.
Exactly.
Atkins gets the high screen from Fortuna, kicks it over, fake on the pass, down low to Hill, inside out, and again, great hands as Cervic gets back-to-back steals.
Yeah, Cervic has played really well defensively. She's got into the passing lanes, and she's got her hands involved.
Balin looking for the curl cut, and it goes through everybody and out of bounds for a turnover back to the Spartan side.
That might have been just a little too much anticipation. She's seen it coming and just threw it a little too far in front of her teammate.
Back into the 2-2-1 press for Ellwood. Pontius and Atkins playing catch in the backcourt. Great pass again from Pontius in the lane. Hill couldn't get that one to go, though. The passing of Pontius has been lights out so far here today. Trying to drive. Cervic. Couldn't get Noble on the backdoor cut. She'll then hand it off, and first basket of the game for Noble comes with 5:30 remaining in the third quarter.
Nice run of the play. She cut in, she went underneath her, and got the 15-footer to fall.
Fortuna, bounce pass across the lane. Good help defense coming back by Balin, and she's going to rip it away, but she was called for a hold instead.
Huh. Tough call against Balin there.
Because it was not against Balin, it was against Jonna Hill. And she's just now figuring that out.
Yeah.
Grace says, my bad.
Apologizing, the officials started laughing at it.
And you know what?
That's good officiating.
Yes, it is. Sarah McGann, good job. Because that could have easily been with the frustration. You've seen officials give a technical for much less than that. And she says, look, easy. It wasn't on you. You're fine. So the steal and the foul went against Jonna Hill. Now trying to drive baseline is Cervic, well defensed by Lombardo. Hands it off to Sedgwick. She gets into the lane. Tough shot, no good. Rebound there by Atkins.
Yeah, they've been guarding Sedgwick really tight in the middle.
And look at Atkins splitting a trio of defenders to get into the lane.
Yeah, you get her out in the lane out front, she's going to finish most times.
Been doing it for 3 years. It feels like you've been calling her name forever. She has still another year of eligibility. Losing possession there is Cervic, able to get the pass off though. Out to Noble, left open for a 3-ball. May have been partially blocked on the play by Ruperto.
Here comes Atkins again.
Gets it up to Ruperto. She'll take a little 10-foot jumper off the mark. No good. Follows her shot, saves it, but saves it right to Coach Stebbins.
But the hustle was there. That's what you love to see.
Mind you, coming up after the game, we'll announce our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. All high school student athletes, $25 for a visit to their office. Gives you an adjustment and all therapy is necessary. Maley Chiropractic, M-A-H-L-E chiropractic.com. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Trying to back her way in is Grace Balin. Good defense and another errant shot, partially blocked. Another shot partially blocked there. A third chance effort. Sedgwick gets her first points.
Yeah, it's just keep following it up. Keep getting that offensive rebound, giving yourself opportunities. Sedgwick finishes it there with an easy bucket.
And 3 turnovers in the quarter now for Laurel as that pass goes awry. But for Ellwood City to stay in the game, they're going to need to keep feeding the big guns. Noble and Sedgwick did not have any field goals in that first half, Tim, but
yeah, you got to go to your leaders.
Yes.
You have to, like you said, keep feeding them, keep giving them the opportunity. And that's exactly what I'm sure they're trying to do.
That's going to be a carry as Balin got the ball kind of caught up in the arm. Ellwood City trying to hang around here, though. Scores remained around the 12, 13, 14-point mark for a majority of this third quarter.
They keep playing a tight defense, trying to get the turnovers, trying to get their early rebound. It's going to be important for Ellwood City to get back into it.
And a suffocating defense is going to cause some chaos, and while there's possession on the court, Coach Stebbins will take a Pontius Insurance timeout with just a little over 3 minutes to go. It'll be another 30-second timeout. Again, thanks to our friends at Pontius Insurance. Love the life you live worry-free. And after the game, we'll also announce our LCAP player of the game, the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, dedicated to enhancing the quality of life in and around Lawrence County. Visit them online at lcap.org to see how you can assist. lccap.org. Tim, talk about what that pressure of Ellwood City can do in terms of speeding up the pace of the game for Laurel and forcing some of these turnovers.
Well, you're cutting off the passing lanes is what you want to do. You want to make them earn every pass they get. And when you do that, you're going to cause maybe a quick release of the ball, and then you can basically try to get the turnover and maybe possibly force a bad shot and get a one possession rebound. Here's again, cutting off the passing lanes.
Getting a steal on the inbounds Already 4 turnovers now in the quarter for Laurel. They had 4 in the entire first half. They work it down low. Turnaround shot off the mark for Sage Chambers.
A nice look, though. I mean, you love that look. I mean, you want that play. Unfortunately, the ball didn't fall for Ellwood City, but you want more of that throughout this ball game, that type of scenario.
Pontius is going to reset the offense. Cross-court pass, finds Ruperto. She gets into the lane, loses possession, able to get it back, though. Now, in tough situation, it's going to be another turnover.
Yeah,
stolen by Balin.
The double team caused the turnover, and then cutting in the passing lanes, gets the ball to Cervic. You know, it was perfect.
Ellwood's rotation defensively instrumental on that steal as well. Double team, somebody has to replace. Now Ellwood trying to get their offensive flow going. Garraway trying to back her way in against Fortuna, and she does, partially blocked on the way in. Good strong defense and another Atkins rebound. She gets in the lane, kicks it back out. Long 2 on the way from Pontius. No good there. Strong rebound from Sedgwick. Ripped away from her momentarily. She's able to fight through and get it back. Coach Noble and company asking for a foul, not getting one.
If you're Ellwood City, your goal is to get this under 10 points here before the quarter. That's what you're looking to do.
Pontius knocked it away there, and Ruperto came in and tied it up. Arrow still points of Ellwood, but you're right, just chip away, one possession at a time, right?
I mean, you're down 13. The first goal got to be just score some points, but the bottom goal is to get this down to like 9 or 8 going into the fourth quarter. You don't have to get all 13 back here to the next minute 40. All you have to do is run your offense, try to get a good look, and try to cut into this lead that Laurel has.
Tough shot there, and off balance on the shot. No good. Here comes Pontius the other way, 1-on-3. In a phone booth dribbling with that one. How about Pontius?
She was not going to give up on that play. She led the break the entire way and just weaved through the defense and went to the left side and put it in.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 defenders, and now she almost gets a steal on the defensive end. Balin gets the pass. Her 3-ball well off the mark and no good. Fortuna up to Ruperto. She'll put it up with the left hand. No good. Offensive rebound. Fortuna there again, but in and out. She can't believe it didn't fall, and then a foul is going to be called against Ruperto.
Nice rebound there by Balin for Ellwood City.
Ruperto will check out. We'll see Jonna Hill check back in. Josie Fortuna now 7 rebounds. She and Hill each with 7. And now less than a minute to play here in quarter number 3. Handoff. Get it to Garraway, trying to work Sedgwick down low. Back her way in. Fortuna's going to reach in, and she's going to get called for the hold, and I believe that's going to be
no shot, yeah. It was before the shot. That's a good call.
And it's Fortuna's 3rd foul, though. And they are going to confirm, yes, that is a floor foul, so it should be out of bounds. 3rd team foul, though. And that'll bring Tori Atkins back in, so they'll get Fortuna out with just a few seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Don't want to pick up that cheap 4th one. Now Ellwood will inbound. Down low to Chambers. She's double teamed, able to kick it back out to Sedgwick. She drives into the lane, cross the lane pass, no good, and it's tipped away. Last touch by Ellwood.
Yeah, it's a tough pass there by Sedgwick getting it into Chambers. So she was going left, trying to throw back right. It was tough for Chambers to handle that hot pass like that.
Yeah, it was amazing it even got there. But a little too hot to handle. Now here comes Pontius. She gets into the lane. Little floater from the foul line. Off the mark, no good. Balin rebounds. Ten seconds remaining. Trying to work it down low to Sedgwick. They finally get it to her in the paint. Goes with the left hand, blocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with just 5 seconds remaining. Inbounding will be Cervic. Gets to the middle, Chambers off the window and in.
Perfect cut play to Chambers for 2.
Good way to end the quarter for Ellwood City. They still trail by 13, though, at the end of 3 quarters. Laurel 31, Ellwood City 18. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. It's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game. The Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Getting ready for quarter number 4, Laurel 31, Ellwood City 18. Remember, coming up after the game, we'll have our Tri-County Principals post-game show, break down the tonight's contest, look at the scoring recap, and give out our player and play of the game awards. Tim, really in that third quarter, Daniel Pontius really standing out as a good nominee for one or both of those awards.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing, especially that breakaway where she took the ball and just dribbled it between 3 different players, taking it to the hole, scoring there for the Spartans. I thought that right now got to be the leader for play of the game going into here in the fourth quarter.
So Laurel will have first possession as we start the fourth quarter as well. And they're not going to be in any rush offensively, I think, here, as they're going to try to get Ellwood City out of that zone, and they already are. Very relaxed man, though. They're going to force Servant to come out and guard the junior point guard. It really is. It is still a 3-2 zone, just extending a little bit more right now.
They're just bringing it out, seeing if they'll engage, and then they fall right back into it.
But already 30 seconds run off the clock here.
That's the problem when you're trailing by this number. You want possessions to be quick. And even though you want to deny them, you can't.
As Atkins gets her own rebound and puts it in, but there's what the man can do. They get a mismatch on a switch, and Atkins gets right into the lane.
Yeah, she's in double figures now.
First player in double figures tonight for either team. A minute off the clock and points on the board. Perfect scenario for Laurel coming the other way. Sedgwick, nice screen and roll action there, and she'll get 2 free throws.
That's been missing here for the last couple of quarters. They haven't been able to get that screen working. That one worked to perfection there for Ellwood City. They just weren't able to finish it. But, Sedgwick will go to the line, having the opportunity to get it, earn it there.
Sedgwick, who is struggle here tonight, very inconsistent minutes in the first half, but she's been hounded defensively, and really it's been both she and Noble, and no fault of their own, but they've just really struggled to even get opportunities. This Laurel suffocating defense here tonight has been very impressive.
Yeah, and Sedgwick unfortunately picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, and that took a lot of her minutes away in the first half. And they had to protect her, numbers going in. And she missed that second shot there. But I think that really has maybe kind of taken her out of the flow of her game. It took her a while to get back into it.
Free throw wouldn't have counted anyway, as Sedgwick was on the free throw line for the violation. It's a Laurel possession, and now they're going to spread the court. Starting 5 out there for both squads. Hill swings it over. That's Lombardo. Atkins in the corner. Gets it back to Hill. Hill, cross court. Nice drive for Pontius into the lane. Goes up and over. No good. Atkins put back.
She's made a living on that right side, getting that offensive rebound and cleaning up the board, putting it back in here tonight.
Not just tonight. All year and all career long. Unofficially 13-6 right now for the junior Reagan Atkins. Nice pass down low. Again, the screen and roll working the last couple possessions. So good. Sedgwick, what she does best. The offensive bound and putback.
Yes.
By my count, unofficially, of course, her first offensive bound of the evening. Cuts the lead back down to 14. Into the lane, Fortuna goes around a couple defenders, kind of tripped up. Good defensive position for Ellwood, and they're going to try to push. Balin gets it to the right wing, Garraway, who has the only three-pointer of the night. Able to get all the way over to Noble. Nice pass across the lane for Sedgwick. Her left-handed shot, though, off the mark. Claire Noble fighting for it, and she's going to be the last one to touch it out of bounds.
Yeah, Ellwood City knows that they're kind of caught in a game trailing by 14, that they have to go quick. And sometimes they're just going a little too fast and running out of the play. I think they just need to take a step back and make sure they get good looks when they are inside. Even so, which there had an opportunity, but kind of rushed her shot underneath.
Atkins calling out the play, running the point now. Dribble drive, she'll hand it off. Lombardo gets into the lane, shot with contact, no good. And a good box out there from Balin. Securing the rebound with Cervic. She's almost dispossessed near midcourt, and it's going to be a held ball.
Yeah, nice play there.
It'll stay with Ellwood. Quick hands to Fortuna again.
Fortuna's done a nice job defensively with her hands. Really challenging for rebounds and for loose balls. Really doing a terrific job here tonight for Laurel.
Only 2 points, but 7 rebounds and 3 steals, and nearly a fourth there. And that's going to be Hill who gets the steal now. She'll go into the lane, and she's fouled. 2 free throws coming now for Jonna Hill. This will be number 8 and 9 on the evening. She is making a living at the charity stripe.
She really has, and got to give Laurel credit. They forced a bad inbound pass there by Ellwood City, and they just took advantage of that loose ball, turning it into opportunity here at the line on the foul.
Coach Noble doing the math. Sees her team down by 14. What adjustments will she make? You know she's going to make the good ones. Math teacher at Lincoln High School at Ellwood City. Always got to give a shout out to the fellow mathletes out there. Second free throw good, so Hill splits the pair. Now with 9. We're down to 4:40 remaining. Ellwood trying to go backdoor, and are able to get it to Noble. A little spinorama shot, and hit the bottom of the backboard, no good. Atkins with another rebound. Double team
defense there.
Somehow got the pass out to Hill. That's going to lead to a 2-on-1. Return pass to Hill, a little bit low. Good pump, let the defender go by, no good. And a great job coming back. Garraway never giving up on the play. He's going to get that rebound.
And Garraway did a nice job just holding position there, making sure she had the rights to the ball and got to it.
In the lane, jump stop shot up and in for Cervic. Midway through the fourth quarter. Pass down low. Hill will bring it back out. Pontius content to waste a little clock.
Yeah, you get this big lead, might as well just use your offense. Working that perimeter. Your passing game has been so well tonight as finding the open shooter and drive to the lane. So you might as well just take what is available to you right here and look at it. It was almost there on that play.
Hand off to Fortuna. She's going to drive in. A lot of contact and a foul. No, a traveling violation, is going to be called as she just kind of ran into a brick wall of that Wolverine defense.
Yeah, that was just kind of a little out of control there. The ball got loose. She's seen a lane to the hole, but she got a little too fast and tried to stop, and it slid on the court, causing that turnover.
Now Ellwood City is going to take another Pontius Insurance timeout with just around 3.5 minutes left to go. While we have a moment too, quick out-of-town scoreboard. Again, the game's going on tonight. Newcastle hosting Stowe Rocks, Freedom hosting Hopewell in girls action in the area, and in and in the boys action, Union hosting Shenango. Last score update on that one was Union leading 28-24 over the Wildcats at the halftime break. As we look at the section standings at this point, North Catholic at 2-0, Ellwood City at 1-0, Mohawk Beaver Falls both at 1-1, Freedom and Riverside looking for their first section win, and this is the first section game of the year for Laurel, but they've come out strong, especially on the defensive end here tonight, Tim. The offense a little shaky at times, but the defense very impressive.
Yeah, that's exactly. Early in the season, you want to establish the defense. The offense will come over the turnovers. The offense will come on your motion and your play and your design. You have faith that your players, especially one that has been together this long, you know, in this junior class, and what they have achieved and what they will still achieve going forward. It's just a matter of them really getting into their game and playing Spartans basketball the way they do.
Your out-of-town scoreboard, by the way, brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game tonight, just a few minutes up the road on Wilmington Road in Neshannock. Or you can place your takeout or curbside order to go. craneroom.com to see their full menu. Fake the handoff, drive in, floater for Cervic, off the mark. I think it hit the side of the backboard, actually. Hill with the rebound.
Just slow it down here and get into your motion offense. Take some time off the clock and try to get a good shot.
Lombardo left wide open. She's going to go into the lane, and she's going to get a travel.
Yeah, Lombardo's been open a lot in the corner. That seems to be a weakness here for Ellwood City. She's taking full advantage of opportunities, either from the outside or driving the baseline.
And I think right now, Tim, it's layup game time for Laurel. They don't want the outside shot. They want the easy bucket, but Ellwood's not making it easy on them.
No, they're not.
Cervic looking for a screen, loses possession, able to track it down in the corner, sees no one's there. She'll take the three, no good. Sedgwick fighting for the rebound, but how about Atkins is poking it right away.
Not a surprise. She never gives up on a play.
2.5 left to play. Laurel running some clock down to 2:20. Lombardo loses it, but Hill there waiting for it, and she's going to get a holding foul called from Grace Balin. And you look at this too, if you're Ellwood City, you need to get a steal or think about fouling, and right now that's only the third team foul, so plenty to give.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do it right now. With this much time left and trailing by 13, you're just going to have to take chances.
Pontius will get it in the backcourt. Dribbling on that Spartan logo. Gives it over Atkins. Atkins being guarded there by Chambers. Hill gets around her defender. Back to Pontius. And again, just going to run as much clock as they can. Down under 2 minutes to play. Cervic gives off to Noble. Hill. Now to Atkins.
They're taking close to 30 seconds off the clock on this possession.
And finally they get a foul called after about 35 seconds off the clock, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, that was really nicely run there by the Spartans. Just taking time off the clock, doing what they have to do, and then getting the foul and just getting the inbound, and then Chambers here makes the foul.
Dangerous on that inbounds pass, but Atkins, good body positioning, and forces Chambers in the back-and-back foul. She's now got 4. Lucia inbound, knocked away by Noble right into the scorer's table. Coach Locke, I believe, making the play down there. Best hands we've seen from Coach Locke since he was playing. 1995 graduate, is the athletic director and football coach here at Laurel. Hill gets around her defender, gets in the lane, and she gets 2 more free throws.
Yeah, Hill's been impressive. When she gets that first drive down low and headed to the hoop, she's tough to stop. And Hill with 9 points tonight, looking to get into double figures here at the line with 1:17 left here in the fourth.
And that was the 5th foul against Sage Chambers, so they'll have to sub her out of the game, and it'll be Aaliyah Garraway to check in for her. Chambers fouling out 3 points on the night. And Coach Stebbins is going to take a 30-second timeout. Another Pontius Insurance timeout. Again, coming up after the game, we'll give our LCAP player of the game, as well as our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game awards. Tim, barring something pretty incredible here, Laurel appears to be on track to start the season off on a good note.
Yeah, getting the section win, and heading into the holiday break here for the week. This is a good situation for them. You got to love what they really have done tonight. They've controlled the tempo of the game. They've really defensively made the plays, and offensively, they've gotten to the line. They may not have shot the percentage they would want from the line, but they've really gotten to the line and taken advantage of that opportunity here tonight.
Looking ahead real quick, Laurel will also host Winchester Thurston. Was scheduled for Winchester Thurston. That game has since been canceled. We actually found out at the bocce game tonight that it will be the Shenango Lady Wildcats coming out here on Thursday evening, we were told, for a non-section game. So Shenango, I think Shenango's going to try to play every single team in the county at this point. They've already got Newcastle. They already got Union, Laurel.
Why not?
I think they got Mohawk on tap as well. So, hey, we love that. That's more games that we're excited to cover.
Might as well keep it local when you can, right?
Well, we can talk about gas prices, but the guy to your left has an electric vehicle and won't stop bragging about it. When's Joe Morozic going down to Florida? Can't be soon enough. Now, we thank him. We thank Dom Summers, Aaron Vigiano, Ashley Haltala, our crew tonight on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Hill now in double figures.
Yeah, she's got 11. Nice pass down low to Emily Sedgwick. Her best move down low. She's now got 7. There's a foul in the backcourt, and that'll put Laurel to the free throw line in the bonus. Again, your bonus free throw is brought to you by the Red Zone. And again, if you haven't stopped by the Red Zone, need to check it out for all of your sporting apparel needs. Custom apparel, embroidery, much, much more. Lots of holiday attire as well. Anything you can think of. The Red Zone has it.
Big miss there. Let's see if Ellwood City can take a little advantage of this late in the game.
Deep 3 off the mark by Noble, and if that had gone down, things may have been getting a little interesting, and they're going to get another foul across half court. Pontius will again go to the line, and all you need is one of those shots. And
yeah, you need a little, luck go your way. You got the miss on the last 3 throw. Maybe you get another one here. Turn it into a quick 3, or hopefully, worst case scenario is they hit the first one here, but she'll miss the second, and you'll trade 1 for 3, or 1 for 2 in a situation like this. But it's good practice late in the ball game because it's going to happen more times throughout the season.
Pontius knocks them both down this time. She's now got 8. And how about the balance of scoring? We'll get the full scoring recap here at the end of the game, but 11 for Atkins, 11 for Hill, 8 for Pontius. I mean, just everybody getting involved on, not incredibly high scoring night for sure for Laurel, but as the turnover is going to go back to the Ellwood side here, Tim. But you got to like that balance, that it's not just a one-trick pony.
No, when you have this many players on this team that's been playing together, they know what to do with the ball. They know how to finish, and they've taken advantage of it throughout the night.
Nice pass over the top on the inbounds pass. Claire Noble puts it in. And have a foul in the backcourt, and Pontius will make a 3rd trip to the line.
I'm sure when you talk to Coach Stebbins later, he's going to talk about just the percentage at the line tonight. They've gotten to the line frequently. They just have not had a high percentage here tonight.
It has steadily improved over the course of the night, but Pontius now makes it, though, 3 in a row. This will be the 24th free throw of the night unofficially. Off the mark there, no good. Claire Noble with the bound. Time winding down on Ellwood City. Cervic on the roll, stolen away by Hill. Hill gives it over to Pontius. She'll cross the timeline, and she'll try to dribble out these last 10 seconds, and she'll be unable to do so before one last foul will be committed. Laurel will go with a 1-0 and 2-2 overall heading into the holiday break. And Tim, again, a team that with this defense especially, you're expecting to see make a run through these WPIAL playoffs yet again.
Yeah, with the experience that they have, and with this junior class being their 3rd year together on the floor, yeah, you just got to have high expectations for what they can achieve.
Again, the free throw shooting will definitely be emphasized tomorrow. Pontius misses both there. Time running down. Balin kicks it out. Sedgwick will try one from downtown at the buzzer, off the mark. Your final score, Laurel 41, Ellwood City 27. We'll be back in a moment with the Tri-County Principals postgame show when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. County SportsNet. Laurel victorious tonight, 41-27 in their section opener over Ellwood City. Now at 2-2 on the year is Laurel, and Ellwood City now at 1-4, 1-1 in section play. Tim Continenza alongside. I'm James Dotson. Tim, again, just you can't state it enough. The suffocating defense, unofficially 15 turnovers forced for Ellwood City. Laurel just playing really strong, and you can again see why, even on a night where the offense sputtered at times, they're still able to get the job done relatively easily. Nothing is ever easy in this section, but felt comfortable with a 15-point victory tonight.
Yeah, they got out to an early start. I mean, they got out to a 15-7, in the first quarter, and never really looked back. I mean, they were, in a sense, they just controlled the tempo of the game. That was really key, I thought, for Laurel tonight. They controlled the tempo, meaning they were the ones pressing on defense. They were the ones who were pressing on offense, really controlling what they wanted to do. They got inside the paint early, picked up a lot of quick fouls against Ellwood City in the first quarter, and really set the pace in this ball game. Like I said, if you want to knock one thing tonight, it's that they didn't have the best of percentages from the line.
Yeah, we'll get those numbers here in a minute as we look through our scoring recap. Leading the way, Reagan Atkins, 13 points, 8 rebounds, followed by John Hill, 11 points, 8 rebounds. 9 points for Daniel Pontius, 4 for Lucia Lombardo, 2 each for Josie Fortuna and Kendra Raputo. 7 rebounds, by the way, for Fortuna as well, but a 13.8 rebound night. Reagan Atkins, our LCAP Player of the Game, the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, proud to present the Player of the Game award tonight to Reagan Atkins of Laurel. LCAP and LC Sportsnet proud to honor her for her Player of the Game award. She will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Player of the Game. You can view the full list of Players of the Game this year by going to lcsportsnet.com and clicking on Player of the Game. Congratulations to Reagan Atkins tonight's LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP changing lines. On the other side, Emily Sedgwick 7 points, Claire Noble with 5, Leah Garraway with 5, 4 for Kayla Cervic, and 3 for Sage Chambers to round out your scoring recap. Tim, we have one last reward to give out, and we're going to give it to Danielle Pontius with her splitting not 1, not 2, but 3 defenders on the way to the hoop in that third quarter play. Our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game.
Really impressive play. And the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game award goes to Danielle Pontius. Is proud to present the Player of the Game award is my Maley Chiropractic to Danielle Pontius of Laurel. Maley Chiropractic and Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Danielle for tonight's Play of the Game. Danielle will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of Maley Chiropractic, recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game will also be featured on the Trip Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of the season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Danielle Pontius for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Laurel now 2-2. Ellwood City at 1-4. Ellwood City's next games will be in the holiday tournament at the Shenango tournament. Red Bank Valley, one of the teams coming to town for that holiday tournament. And Laurel, we mentioned, will play against Shenango coming up this weekend before traveling, or they won't travel far. They'll be hosting the tournament here. They face Ambridge in the first game of the Laurel tournament. So there you have it. We'll wrap things up for tonight and for the 2021 calendar year. How about that, Tim?
Yeah, it's been a fun December here, covering both the girls and the boys action here on LC Sportsnet. I want to wish everybody happy holidays and safe times, and we look forward to talking to you in the new year.
Same to you, Tim, and thanks again to everybody here. Ken Locke, Lori Heights, Athletic Director and Assistant AD here at Laurel High School for getting us all set up. Our producer today, by the way, Mr. Dom Summers and Aaron Vigiano. Camera operators were Joe Morozak, thank goodness he's leaving, and Ashley Haltala. Running the graphics was Rob Natel. Tim Continenza, my broadcast colleague. I'm James Dotson, inviting you to tune in after the new year. January 3rd, we'll be back on the hockey rink for round 2, Neshannock against Wilmington in PIHL action. Your final score one last time, Laurel 41, Ellwood City 27. Thanks for joining us on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCUP. Have a good night and a safe and happy holiday season. This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.